Alright, sorry for the late start. Been running around trying to get stuff done at the last minute here. Just need to clean off some stuff on the painting desk here before I switch the camera over. So, yeah, change of plans this week. I really wanted to do another randomizer of, like, probably even a Zelda game I haven't done a randomizer before, but unfortunately that's just not going to work out this week. Change of plans, I have to work. I ended up having to work this week when I didn't, so need to get that commission done that I talked about, or actually I guess I even worked on that on stream a little bit last time. Let me switch over here. There we go. Okay, so the Death Guard are done. I'm not going to be painting any Death Guard tonight. But I do have Space Marines. Lots and lots. Well, I guess not lots. I have 7. But, so I'm going to be working on the Space Marine kill team. And with this, again, because the whole thing is I need to get this done. I'm not worrying about finishing I'm not worried about doing everything start to finish on one stream. So gonna be doing a lot of the like bulk stuff here, so we might not. I'm not sure if we'll even finish an entire miniature on stream, because I'm going to be doing a lot of like bulk work on all of them at once, but we'll see. I've also painted enough Space Marines at this point that I have them pretty down to pretty much down to a science of my process, so it's also possible we get a couple of these done on stream tonight. We'll see. But yeah, so I was requested to paint the Space Marines as Imperial Fists. So that's the color scheme I'm going to be doing. Alright, you know what? I might need to get a different brush for this. I don't think it is going on as smoothly as I would like. Part of it is just going to be painting in yellow is sometimes a bit of a pain in the neck. So, but this this brush is also getting pretty beat up at this point, so might not be a terrible idea to just swap this one out. Now, do I have another brush like this without opening a new pack? Probably not. I don't think I do, so we're just going to open a new pack of brushes. It's funny, I'm not sure if I ever talked about this on stream or not, but I find it funny that every time I've gone out of my way to get, like, nice, good brushes, I wear them out in probably a week. The cheap packs that I just pick up at Walmart last significantly longer. I assume I'm just beating them up too badly. Like, if I was taking better care of them, the nice brushes would probably live a lot longer, but at least for the way I do things, it's just funny to me that the cheap bulk brushes do a better job for me than the nice ones. Alright, gonna have to do a bit of watering down as I go here, I think. Because I'm gonna have to do a bunch of coats. Okay, this brush might be a little too big. Yeah, if I do this, I'm gonna end up just gunking it up, and I don't want to do that. Alright, let's just wipe some of this up here. Kinda wipe some of this off and start over. I think I was trying to hurry too much. So yeah, smaller brush. That's fine. That one will get used for other things. Alright, that's more like it. Right. is working a little bit better. Just, again, gotta make sure I don't let it pile up too much. So, the plan here is I'm going to do all this yellow first, because I am going to have to do a bunch of layers, and it's probably going to be the most time-consuming just because of how much I'm going to have to be careful and watch that I'm not piling it up too much. It's probably going to take the most time. So, the plan for stream tonight is, right now, I'm just going to try to get the yellow on everything, and then I'll probably do the color for the dirt on the bases. And we'll see where we're at. Like, I don't expect that's not going to take the entirety of stream, but that is what I'm probably going to be spending at least the next hour doing, if I had to guess. Just trying to get nice and thin layers on here that won't gum up the details. But I'll have to definitely do a bunch of coats to smooth them out. So that there's not, like, visible brush strokes on everything. So, looking at some of the recent stuff coming from Games Workshop, there is a increasing chance we see Perturabo in the near future, which, I am really excited about. Because, I do really enjoy the Iron Warriors. Heck, I have even been tempted to pick up the Horus Heresy miniature for Perturabo and just use it as a proxy for Abaddon. Which, depending, might still be something I would want to do, because it does seem like Primarchs can be really mixed as to whether or not they actually end up being good. Like, from my understanding, the only Primarchs really, like, consistently worth playing right now are Magnus and Fulgrim. Because, like, Guilliman and Lion are both good, but they, I don't know that they carry their weight as far as their point cost is concerned. Because, like, I really like playing Lion every time I've taken him to a game. He's a fun model to have on the board. but I don't know that he's like over 300 points good. And a friend of mine, I feel like, has had very similar experiences with Gilliman. Though Gilliman also has the added issue of he just kind of makes Calgar worse because of their abilities being in conflict. Something, I don't remember exactly what the reasoning is, but something about running them together makes something about Gilliman worse. Or Calgar worse. Which I really am not overly fond of that. Like, because, like, you know, you only have so many options for 40k for your army to begin with. Like, having any situation where certain things just exclude other things, just, I don't know, just feels bad. I don't, like, in some cases I don't mind it too much. Like, I don't really care about not being able to use Ethereals and Farsight together in Tau armies. Because at least that, like, lore-wise makes sense, and also, like, if I'm running Farsight, I'm probably leaning more into battle suits anyway, and I'm not really going to care that much about running Ethereals. Like, the command point generation is nice, but it's kind of whatever. I'm not, like... I'm not so attached to the idea of the extra CP generation that I necessarily care that I can't have them at the same time. But Gilliman and Calgar not being runnable together, or at least not without some downsides, just kind of sucks. But yeah, so all that's just to say, even if we do get a Perturabo in the near future, hard to say if it'll end up actually being good or not. I mean, I don't really care, even if he's not. I'm still going to absolutely get him just to paint that miniature, because even the Horus Heresy version of him is really cool looking, and I'm excited to see what they do with a 40k version. Because it's funny, I was planning on, like, I had started picking up some stuff for Chaos Space Marines a while ago, and even then, I was already thinking I wanted to do Iron Warriors just because I really like their, like, visual color scheme. And then we just started getting announcements for them, so I definitely feel like I made the right call. And I was holding off working on them until we got more of a solid idea of what was coming. Though, I guess there's, like, not really much reason not to paint what I've already got. I guess other than just the fact that I'm not going to be picking up much new for them until new stuff comes, but... And I've got other projects to be working on right now anyway. Like, I still have not started my Tau, and I'm really excited to be doing that, so... I will be painting Iron Warriors after my Tau. That's kind of the plan for now. this yellow is definitely going to be a pain. I do like the way I do like the look of Imperial Fists, so I definitely don't mind painting them as this. It's just, boy, I wish yellow was less of a pain. Just in general. It is funny though. Completely unreal. Like, this was not the reason why I'm painting. Like, I'm painting these in Imperial Fist just because the owner of them just likes the Imperial Fists, and this is what the color scheme they wanted. But when I painted this exact kill team for myself, like a good while back, I also painted mine as Imperial Fists, so it's just funny that I'm doing the aiming for these the same twice. Though, I painted mine a little bit differently. When I do Space Marines, I tend to like starting with the metallic primer and just and using contrast over top of it to get like so that the armor has sort of a like colored metallic look. But since these are for someone else, I mean I also got mixed results for doing that for Imperial Fist, just because it's really hard to get a metallic yellow that's not just gold, right? So I struggled with that a good bit, and I'm not like 100% sold on the final results of it. Also, these are for somebody else, and I'm sure they would much prefer a more traditional way of painting them. So. Though it is funny, I think this might be the first time I've ever painted non-Chaos Space Marines just with flat colors. So, fun little novelty there. Also, I just noticed that this arm was not attached the whole way. Oh well, too late to do anything about it now. I think it's too late. Oh yeah, very much too late. Okay. Well, that's fine. I should still be able to paint it in a way that it's not noticeable. That's one thing. I am not a fan of push-fit models. They never seem to go together properly. Which is ironic, because they're supposed to be easier to build, but I don't know. The pins just never seem to fit together properly, and heck, sometimes I even have to cut the pins off to make the parts fit. But even after I do the like base yellow on all these, I'm sure the entire time I'm working on these, there's going to be little spots I notice that I have to go over again. But it's So be it. And there's also been a lot of places where I can tell I didn't get the primer particularly well because the blue plastic is showing through. But not a huge deal. This is the part that I don't really have, like, a routine for. I just kind of keep layering paint until it looks good. And that definitely varies wildly by color. Although, each layer is looking better and better. I already am liking the direction this is headed. Again, there's places where I still definitely need to get more paint on it, but as I get more and more layers on and it's not gunking up things, looking pretty good. So, plans for stream next week. I'm probably gonna end up doing more painting still, though hopefully these I would really like to have these done by the weekend. So I don't think I'll be working on any more of these. But I do have some stuff that needs to be done by next weekend. So I might be working on that. I don't even know if I will get it done, but okay, I guess needs to be done is a strong word, but so I did get another practice game in with my Imperial agents, and they did significantly better than the previous game. They still lost, which I'm not surprised there, but I didn't get steamrolled quite so badly. It felt like a much more even game, so I'm not sure. I think if I had another option, I probably wouldn't be taking them to this tournament coming up, but the only other options are my knights, which I don't really want to do that for what is a very, very casual local thing. That just feels a little like bad manners. It's not. I mean, technically, like every faction's supposed to be balanced, right? But I don't know. I feel weird bringing knights to it, which I don't really want to. Or my Dark Angels, but as I said, or I don't know. I've been playing them a lot lately, and I'm just not really interested in playing them more right now. Like, if I had, like, a fun gimmick for them, sure. But, like, I'd love to run the Librarius detachment. But, I would need another Librarian or two to have the numbers I need for that. Or to make that work. But, I don't know. It's not off the table yet, but we'll see. And I honestly, I'd love to be taking my Tau to it, but there is not a chance I can get 2,000 points of Tau painted in a week. And, okay, there's no chance for me to get them painted in a week and to be satisfied with them. Like, I could do a rush job, but I wouldn't be happy with it. But that's okay. There is one more tournament I'll be going to before the end of 10th edition. And I will be taking my Tau to that, because I've got a month to get ready for that. So I'm not too concerned about having enough time to get ready for that one. Because I honestly don't think painting Tau is actually going to take that long, because they don't have quite the amount of tiny details that a lot of Imperium stuff does. And the details they do have are some pretty, like, clean lines and, like, I don't know, they're just, I don't think they'll be particularly hard to get done quickly. A week? No. A month? Yes. Okay, I think there might be a few places I still need to try to get the yellow on this, but I can get that when I'm working on it proper. Okay, there's one. One at least has the yellow on it. Nope. One second, had a bot. I don't even think that one actually came through the chat. I think the auto mod caught it, but so my goal here is I would really like to have all 7 of these done by Saturday. I don't know if I can do it at this point, but I am gonna try my hardest. definitely say right now is, like, again, this is the, I've not been into 40k that long. Like, I started with Kill Team, didn't start playing 40k proper until a good bit later, and 10th edition had already been out by then. So this is the first time I'm playing during an edition change. And I'm starting to understand the, maybe trepidation's the wrong word, but it's like, I don't want to get anything new right now because I don't, like, I'm waiting to see what's going to change, right? It's like, I don't know, I don't want to accidentally pick something up and then it just gets either taken out, like, put into Legends, or maybe not removed, but, like, changed what its equipment can be. Like, because especially with Space Marines, it does definitely feel like they are trying to move, like, they're trying to get rid of the last couple kits that are still all using Firstborn models. And some stuff that I'd like to get, like some like Vanguard veterans, for example, are included in that. Which, you know, most likely they'll get a Primaris replacement. But the downside to that is it seems like a lot of units, when they've been upgraded from Firstborn to Primaris, lose a lot of their equipment options. So right now, I guess I'm just kind of, like, I don't want to pick up any Vanguard veterans right now because I'm afraid they're going to lose all of their weapon options, and just, like, they might be given some new ones, but I kind of doubt they're going to all be, like, for example, I would love to be running a full unit of Vanguard vets with, like, Inferno pistols. I don't know if they'll still get Inferno pistols when their Primaris replacement comes out. Like, they might not have that option. It might just be heavy bolt pistols with the Sergeant being able to use something different. So I'm just kind of holding my breath, waiting before I do anything. And, but yeah, I definitely understand now the, like, kind of unease in that transition time between editions. And it's definitely not a time to be getting into a new army. Like, I'm not too concerned for the Tau, because honestly, for them to take anything I have away from the Tau would require them to pay attention to the Tau, so, which I'm not too concerned about. Also, I don't think there's really anything drastic that I could even see changing with them. Although, if the rumors are true and 11th is going to go back to War Gear costing points, I would love it if the Crisis suits could go back to having 4 weapons. At least I'm assuming they used to have 4 weapons, because the Legends datasheets for, like, the generic units of them allow for it. So I'm assuming that's what how old Crisis suits worked. And if that were to happen, I guess I would just try to find ways to attach ones to my existing ones. Though I guess if additional War Gear would cost points, then, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't want to throw more on. It's hard to say. Either way, all that is just to say that I am not too concerned with anything drastically changing for the Tau, so I'm not, like, afraid of picking up anything new for them. Anything Space Marine related, though, it's hard to say. Like, both regular and Chaos. Alright. There's still one part there that needs a little bit more paint on it, but it's not drying fast enough. Try putting one more layer on here. Then I might just have to come back to this one. I'm just gonna have to come back to that. Alright. Still, everything but that one spot's good. Alright, now this one, I don't need to get the helmet. I'll still probably end up getting a little bit on it, just by accident, but that's fine. Get covered up anyway. Again, to be clear, I do not mind painting them like this, but I do wish I had been asked to paint them in as like, I don't know, like Raven Guard or like Black Templars or something. That would have been a lot easier of a paint job. But just because this yellow is being an issue. Well, not really an issue, just the yellow is just definitely being a lot more work than I was thinking it would be. I mean, I knew it would be a bit of a pain. I just was underestimating how annoying it would be to work with. Hey, how's it going? What army is this? I am painting the other kill team from the starter box for the store. So painting them as Imperial Fists. Which, as I was just whining about a second ago, I wished they had picked any other chapter, just because the yellow is a pain in the neck to work with. But I also said, it won't be that bad, and didn't, and volunteered to anyway. So that's on me. Which, again, for all my complaining earlier, I do like the look of Imperial Fists, so that definitely helps this feel like less of a pain. Because the end result, I do quite like. think I'm definitely having to watch myself more is because this is a bit of a pain. I need to be careful I don't start getting impatient, because that's where I'm gonna start getting lazy and sloppy and just throw on way too much paint in one area, and it's gonna start looking bad. So I need to kind of watch myself here, that I don't let myself do that by accident. I wish Games Workshop made yellow primer. Maybe I should have looked to see if any of the other paint brands do make yellow primer before I started on this. That would have saved me a lot of work and headache. I mean, again, too late now, but... Okay, there's probably spots I missed, but again, I'll come back to it when I start painting that mini proper. That's 3 done with yellow. Almost halfway there. Then we can actually start painting the minis themselves rather than just doing the base colors, but at least this one will go a little bit quicker. There's a little too much water. Okay, so Army Painter does make yellow primer. Good to know. Again, too late now, but good to know for the future if I ever do need to do Imperial Fists again for any reason. I guess also it depends on how close of that is to this particular shade of yellow as well, but still, that might still be worth checking out. Although I don't know if I'll have to look. I don't know if I can get Army Painter locally or not. I know they have Citadel and I think Vallejo. Again, I don't know about Army Painter. That we'll have to see. But again, good to know. I will definitely check for that next time. Thank you for checking on that, though. Again, too late to do anything about it today, but definitely good to know for the future. Also desert yellow. Lemonic yellows, but brighter based on the pics I saw. Yeah, I'd have to, like, just do, like, a color comparison in there. But, again, that's assuming I can't... I think they have... I don't know if they have the regular Army Painter, like, paints, but I think they do have primer from them. I will definitely look through their stuff the next time I get the chance. Because that might help. It also, because I think Army Painter does say, like, if it's a color match for anything from Citadel, like, it'll tell you, like, if it matches a particular Citadel color. So if either of those match this, then again, that would be fantastic for future stuff. That being said, I also don't paint. It's not like I paint Imperial Fists all that often, so. Heck, maybe never again. We'll see. But actually, I guess just having a yellow primer would be nice for some things. Like, I could definitely even see that being useful for, again, if it is around the same shade of yellow, having that for priming some scenery stuff, like old, like, construction equipment and whatnot, would be, quite useful for that. So, maybe it's still worth looking into anyway, even if I don't have to do this color scheme very often. Because boy, would I not want to do this again for a large, like any large scenery. So. I suppose I probably shouldn't be spending too much time getting enough paint layered on the hands right now when I'm just going to have to probably make a mess over them anyway when I paint the gun. mildly annoyed at myself. Got build that needs painted, and built a kit bash project that's sitting half finished. Just started building another kit for the first time. Yeah, I've also got a little too much going on at the moment. Granted, part of that is I've been spending what I guess pretty much like the last month now working on stuff for other people and not myself. So my own stuff has just been piling up. But I definitely hear you there. I've had one of my knights sitting on a shelf, partially assembled, waiting to be painted, for basically since December. And I finally got started on that Monday. Because I was planning on just kind of... I had been planning on just kind of casually working on it throughout the week while I chipped away at this too. But then, all of a sudden, I had to work more. So I'm losing a bunch of time, so I had to rush to get that done. And I just... part of why I got started late today was because I was putting the finishing decals on it right up until the start of stream. And I still haven't actually done the assembly part. Maybe we'll do that if I reach a stopping point on these before end of stream. Maybe I will finish, like, put the final touches on that night as well. There's nothing more to really do on it. The decals are on. I just need to put a thin wash over top of them just to help protect them. And do the actual assembly of some of the parts. But yeah, like I said, that's been sitting around since December. So I feel your frustration there of like having stuff just not getting done. Because even after I do finish this kill team here, I do still have to paint both of the teams in the Blood Bowl starter set for the store here as well. So I'm not done with other people's projects yet, even after I finish these, but I want to get at least one of these two sets done just to have something to show for myself, so even if the other one takes me a little bit longer, that hopefully it doesn't, I don't know, seem as bad. Or rather, I'll feel less guilty about sneaking some of my own stuff into the queue here and there. Because I'm actually going to have to. Like, I've still not painted... If I do end up taking my Imperial agents to the tournament here, I've still got 2 units that aren't painted at all yet that need to be done. And I am taking my Tau to the tournament next month, and I haven't even started them yet. Granted, I'm pretty confident I can have my Tau ready in a month, but still, I need to be working on them. I can't be diverting too much time into other projects, but as I was saying, I'd like to have at least something to show for myself. Before I take too much time away to work on my stuff. So that's why I am trying my hardest to get this kill team done by the weekend. At this point, I don't know if I'll still be able to do it in time, but we'll see. Yeah, real great Epion has been sitting prime since, I don't know, whenever I asked about green or orange. The Kit Bash is just plain irritating, and the new build has been sitting on my couch since the beginning of last month. Yeah, I've got I've got a little over 2,000 points of unpainted Tau right on the other side of my desk that that I just have not been able to start on yet as badly as I want to. Well, I guess at least one thing, like I was talking about earlier about the not wanting to get too much new stuff while waiting to see what happens with the edition change, is outside of maybe some more stuff for my Tau, I probably won't be adding much more to the queue of stuff to be painting for like the next month or so. I mean, there's a few things I'm going to be getting regardless, like the new Knight goes up for pre-order next week. And no way am I missing out on a new Knight design. Whelmed by it as I was, even so. Motivation has been gone for a while now. I definitely hear that. I got hit pretty bad a couple weeks ago as far as like having motivation to do any of this. Basically about right when I got all this stuff that needed to be done for other people. And I know for about a solid week there, I was just getting nothing done and feeling really guilty the whole time too about not working on it. And thankfully, I finally pushed past that, but now that I'm back working on it again, my motivation's completely back. I'm enjoying working on everything again, but definitely get you there, though.
you see me? Just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside. Will it always be burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break free? I'm a shapeshifter, echoes masquerade, hiding both face and mind. I'll wait for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
I know at this point I'm a broken record, but man, I hate this. Just the amount of layers this is requiring. Again, love the results, but and I'm so afraid I'm going to pile up just a little too much in some places and make it look really bad. Yeah, when I said Imperial Fist would be fine, I knew this would be a pain. Boy, did I underestimate how much of a pain. Because it's not even just the amount of time or, like, repetition of doing it over and over again, it's the, like... Granted, this is mostly on me, but it's just the stressing myself out over being afraid of getting too much on it because of how many layers it is taking. And that part's on me. I just need to relax and... still need to be careful, but not worry so much about it. Just trust that I've been doing this long enough that I know what I'm doing. Somewhat. Though, I guess there's an argument to be made for if I really knew what I was doing, I would have known what I was getting into. But again, that's fine. And also, like, you know, a pain or not, this is what they wanted. So just because I don't, even if I knew how annoying it would be, I wouldn't want to like push for something different anyway. Yeah, I think I even said at the start of stream, I assumed I would be done with the yellow in like an hour. We're going on 2 at this point. And I've still got 2 more miniatures left to get the yellow on after this one. So, alright. New goal is to get all the yellow done here and finish 1 mini. If I could get one, after like all this yellow is done, if I can get 1 done from start to finish, I will take that as a small victory for today. Hey, at least it's not gold chrome. I guess, like, I've never worked with anything that's like actually chrome, just like your basic metallic paints, so I can't speak from experience there, but doing at least regular, just like metallic gold has never been this much of a pain, but actually it's usually not even an issue at all. It's just, but yeah, I will assume that there is an aspect to the chrome that makes it much worse. I would like to have some sort of chrome paint for like very specific things, but every time I find some that I think will do what I want, I like basically all reviews say it sucks, or it seems decent, and then like a month or so later when I go back to actually order some, it's been discontinued. So I don't know. It might just be that there is no good solution for chrome miniature paint. Still, like I said, I would like to have some on hand for specific things. Well, it's not perfect, but a lot of these details I can come back to when I paint this one proper. Did just notice one very obvious spot to get. Alright, good enough. Primer, base, chrome, polish it, redo everything. Yeah. Yeah, I can immediately see how that's such a pain. Shake this up a little bit again. It's been just kind of sitting open for like 2 hours. bots are really out tonight. At least the auto mod's actually catching them now, it seems. Alright, most of the spots on this that still need touched up are like tight corners that I'll probably need a smaller brush for. Alright. Last one that still needs the yellow. You know, it does occur to me. I probably could have. I probably would have had a little bit of an easier time with this. I wonder if I should have primed these in like white or something. I wonder if that would have made this part easier. Not having to cover up a darker color underneath. It also might not have looked right if I had done that, but still. Yeah. Again, too late to do anything about it now, but just, I wonder. I I do not have like a public. Like I have my own Discord account that I use for stuff, but I do not have like a public Discord for people to join or friend or anything like that. Okay, I am not sure what I did to get the attention of so many bots today. Like, I usually have some show up, but this seems more than usual. Cleanse the machine. You know, I didn't. That is a good point. That's your problem right there. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Uh, get out the incense and unguents to keep bots out of chat. Ah. There's a couple places on this one where the yellow just does not want to dry properly. And part of that is I just need to be patient and give it time. And I need to stop rushing. I'm doing okay today. Hello. Alright, I might just have to set this one down. Let it dry. Come back to it later when I'm doing more than just the base yellow. What model is that? A Space Marine Captain. I'm working on the Space Marine kill team from the current starter set. Actually, not mine. For a copy that's going to be left in my local store. The owner asked me to paint the 2 kill teams in it for him, and he wanted them done as Imperial fists. Which, again, love the look, hate the method. Yellow is such a pain. Alright. Well, that's the yellow. Hate painting yellow. Yeah, I definitely underestimated how much I would dislike painting all of them in yellow, but that's the just yellow base done on everything. So in the interest of trying to get anything meaningful accomplished tonight beyond that, let's just pick a model here and start trying to paint everything else on it. So yeah, I thought I would have the yellow done on all 7 of these in an hour. That took 2 hours and a half. Which, again, like, you know, not that bad, but definitely really underestimated how long it was going to take. Just got a mini that's gonna take a month to build and finish. Oof. Trying to think if anything has ever taken me that long. Probably not. But I've also not gotten anything, like, exceptionally out of the ordinary. There are definitely some things I could see taking me that long, especially if I devoted way more time to doing stuff like edge highlighting and whatnot. Probably longer. Yeah, that is far more patience than I would have for most projects. Oh, Warhound Titan. Nice. Yeah, that... I I would love to work on a Titan someday. Unfortunately, not feasible at the moment, but that is definitely item number 1 on my Warhammer bucket list. Like, I'd almost never even have the... I'll probably never even have the opportunity to play it, even if I do get one. I just want one. Because it'd be fun. Going in your Krieg army? Nice. Yeah, I don't even... yeah, I don't even know what I would run a Titan with. Like, maybe Mechanicus? But... I don't know. It's something fun to daydream about, just, again, not likely to happen for me anytime soon. Still, nice. I, am quite jealous of, anyone who gets a chance to work on one of those. Okay, yeah, I was a little messy on all this. Friday it arrives. Nice. Well, good luck with that. I hope you enjoy working on that. That again, working on any variation of Titan just sounds so fun. If I ever do manage to get my hands on one, I will absolutely make that a project for on stream. Again, that's a big if, but yeah, Warhound Titan is I think it's I say the smallest size of Titan that's still, like, enormous. Also, I think the only one that's tournament legal, just because it's the only one cheap enough to fit in an army without going over your point limit. How goes it? I am doing okay. Oh, and thank you for the follow. I need to be much better about watching for that. Although this time I think I actually caught it before it was like 20 minutes old. Alright. That looks alright. Iron Hands, Imperial Fists. And, mostly me complaining about, how much I hate painting yellow. That's what a lot of the stream today has been. But, we're getting there. And as I've said, as much as I'm disliking painting the yellow, I am liking the end result quite a bit. I do like the look of Imperial Fists. Just wish it was a little less tedious. Or I guess rather, I wish the yellow paint was a little less temperamental, I guess is the better way to phrase that. Oh, the big one I want to build, it's a Warlord Titan. But again, that's a good bit pricier than a Warhound is, and less likely to happen. But that's also, again, as I said, not tournament legal because it physically can't fit in a list. it's a Vallejo yellow is amazing. Yeah, a friend of mine earlier told me that Army Painter. Army Painter does make a yellow primer that might have saved me a lot of pain today. But you said Vallejo yellow is amazing. I will consider that because this has again looks great. Annoying to do. Alright. Actually, I think I'm done with the Blood Belcher already. Alright, let's go back to the yellow briefly here, just to do a little bit of cleanup. Because there's a few places that I did not... Oh, Demon Yellow from Army Painter. Okay, yeah, that's the same one my friend was telling me, and they do make a primer in that, which probably would have Saved me a lot of hassle, but, you know, hindsight 50-50 and all that. Or wait, no, that's not what they... No, that's not the saying. What am I... Look, I'm tired. I'm just saying things. Oh yeah, need to get a lot of the back here. Did not. I think I needed one more coat on that before I moved on. It's fine, get it now. Oh, uh-oh. Well, that's what I was afraid of. Got a big old glob of paint on the back of the leg here. That is way too thick. Well, I guess that's one good thing about not getting around to music is loud. Alright, let me... I can do a slight adjustment on that. Let's see what's it at now currently. -11. Alright, we'll take that down just a touch and see if that's better. Base with Emperor's Children before doing any yellow out of habit. Yeah, I don't do a lot of yellow, just generally. But, I'm actually doing these by request for, my local game store. And, the owner wanted them done as Imperial Fists, so... And me, being dumb, said, oh yeah, that's not a problem. I don't mind. The yellow won't be an issue. I think I have links blocked just because I tend to get a fairly high number of bots, especially today for some reason. But thank you for asking. I would give... I think there's a way to give permissions for someone to drop a link in chat, but I have not figured out how to do that yet. So, apologies. I am very much a novice when it comes to doing stuff on Twitch. Can I ask what the link is for? Before I do anything here? Didn't cleanse the machine spirits. Yeah... Mini you finished recently? Oh, yeah, sure. Let me see if that works. Again, like I said, I am a complete novice when it comes to Twitch, so I will try that. If it does not work on this one, I will tinker with it another day and try to see if I can figure it out for in the future, but... All right. I don't know if that worked. You can try dropping the link, and we'll see what happens. But if, like I said, if not, I'll figure it out in the future. Okay. Yeah, I know it got dropped. Yeah, go ahead and try, and then I don't really have time to look at it right now, but I can check it out after stream. Again, sorry. I wish I knew what I was doing better. So here, I guess I can. Hold on. Let me bring up Twitch proper instead of just my OBS preview. You and me both. Okay, well, I appreciate your understanding then. Alright. I think overall, this is a little bit sloppier than I would have liked, but it's turning out okay-ish. I guess it'll probably start looking better too once I get the rest of the detail and like rest of the details and whatnot covered. Can't whisper it. Okay. I keep saying I will do this. I will look into my Twitch settings and try to get them figured out. I might just end up allowing links, and then if it becomes a problem, I'll disable them again. But because I generally don't have an issue with it, it's mostly just to combat bots. But I will double check that. Granted, I don't have a lot of bots being caught by the auto mod for links, so maybe it won't even be an issue anyway. Again, it's something I'll look into after tonight. I might even have something with my whispers turned off because of bot spam as well. I don't know why they target me so much, considering there's barely anybody here, but unless that's maybe why they're targeting me, I don't know. Who knows? It's just annoying. Apologies if the camera angle is not great at the moment. Not much I can do about some of this. something clankers, yeah. Is the music volume any better, by the way? I did lower it a little. I don't know if that was enough. Alright. Now this is the embarrassing part where I don't remember what color the eyes on the helmets on Imperial Fists are supposed to be. I don't know that much about Imperial Fists. Let me try to find a reference image real quick. Like, do they use red like most of the others do, or do they use blue? I know the sergeants use blue, because they have red helmets, but... One moment, just getting a reference image. Come on. Okay, it's blue. Same as the sergeant's. Good to know. Alright, do I have a good blue for this? Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, it's probably the closest I've got. Alright. Definitely should have figured that out before stream, but, that's fine. Didn't waste that much time doing it.
Boy Sprightly.
There. Okay. Got a lot of cleanup to do after that. That was way too messy, but... Okay. Slowly getting there. Where's my... There it is. Alright. Slowly getting there. Let me double check one more thing. Okay. Now, where's my gold? Oh, great. Bring OBS back up. One second. Alright, cool. I had everything right. Alright. Not that. Here. Sitting right in front of me. Okay, I think... Oh, right, nope. Let's see. Two more little things I gotta do, and then I think one more round to clean up. And I'll have at least accomplished something today. Now just clean up on the yellow, and then all that's left is the base. To just hold it upside down here. Okay. There was one little thing I noticed that I need to fix on the shoulder here. Do that. Now, let's get this base done. Here's what I'm looking for. That's good for the dirt. Let's see, what am I looking for? Sure. Sure, this one will probably do the job. Well, maybe. This one might be a little too frayed at this point. It's fine. Okay, yeah, no. The brush is too frayed. I'm just gonna make a mess if I use this one. Alright, I was just trying to delay wearing this one out, but that's fine. Got the legs done calling it quits on the night. Calling it quits for the night on that project. Hey, some progress is any progress, right? That's kind of how I feel about these right now. I would have preferred to get more than just one done tonight, but that is still at least one done. As soon as the base here is finished, I can do the wash. And then this one miniature will be finished, except for decals, which I'll have to do later. I mean, I could do the decals on just this one, but it's way more time efficient to wait until I get the rest of the kill team done and then just do them all at once. I did see a little spot that needs touched up with the yellow here. Honestly, for a bootleg of a resin conversion for an upgrade of a master grade, it went perfectly except for one tiny metal part. Okay. It's supposed to be a retractable metal spike in both heels, one in each arm. About one heel and 3 for the arms. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, it sounds like at least aside from that, went good, which is really all you can really hope for in that kind of situation. There we go. Now just a few shell casings, and the base will be done. So far as it's not a grenade. Like the last one, I'm so happy. Yeah. Yeah, I remember back when I used to do a lot when I used to build gunpla kits. I don't know that there were any I had that were that bad, like none I would have described as grenades. But there were definitely some that the parts could have had a little bit more, oh, what's the word I want? They could have been a little bit sturdier. Fixing one mistake and I make another. Then there's the high grade thrones. Well, those ones, I don't know that those were necessarily not sturdy. They just sucked. They were just very poorly made. Like, detail wise. I don't know. It's been so long since I built the one I did there. Maybe I built two of them. I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember if they had any issues staying together or not. But I just remember being just very disappointed in the quality of them overall. All right. This is ready for the wash, so I'm going to go change out this paint water, which I probably should have done a while ago because it looks like orange juice. But I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Reminds me of a kit you had that was so much worse. It was supposed to be purple. It was brown. I'm trying to remember. That sounds familiar. I can't remember if we had talked about that one in the past or not, but that does sound familiar. Man, I just noticed how low this bottle of Nona oil is getting. Need to get some more. So I could have sworn I had more left in that, but then I guess I did just finish up a night, so that'll use up a fair amount. It was one I used for a kit bash. Yeah, I do not remember at this point. But again, like that topic sounds familiar. Alright. Gonna have to be careful with the wash on these because it will come out too dark. Or rather, it's probably not even the color, it's probably, if I had to guess, it's wanting to pool a lot more because I have so many, like, actual, like, brush strokes in it. So, be careful about that is all. Yeah, that was too much. not that one. There it is. Nope. Man, another bot. At least the auto mod's catching them tonight. Usually they do, at least as far as I can tell, usually they at least do make it into chat. So I'll take that at least. Okay, well, it wasn't as much as I wanted to get done tonight, but I do have one done. So I will take that. Still needs decals, but I'll do that part when the rest of them are finished. So, and progress is progress, so even if it's small, some amount is done. It does look very glossy. I think, I mean, it's probably just the wash is still drying. Probably all it is, but worst case scenario, I'll take a matte coat over top of it just to clear up some of that, but I don't think that'll be necessary. But yeah, well, that's end of stream almost perfectly, so we're gonna wrap up there. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Next week will probably be more painting because there's stuff that still needs to be done, whether it's for this commission or just stuff for the local tournament going on. Either way, I have too much painting that needs to be done. So stream is probably still going to be painting for another week. After next week, I am doing something else. I don't care what it is. I need to take a break from painting streams non-stop. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. I'm not going to bother with a raid tonight. I just need to get going. Again, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. See y'all Monday.